Hello everyone, and hello to you subscribers and returning subscribers. Naomi Osaka withdraws from French Open. After refusing to address the media and subsequently being fined, the four-time Grand Slam winner has decided to leave Roland Garros, that's French Open. Naomi Osaka has withdrawn from the French Open after refusing to comply with her obligation to the press and receiving a threat from the tour over future conduct. After refusing to speak to the press citing mental health issues, Osaka was fined $15,000 and given a warning that she may receive stiffer punishments if she continued to avoid her media obligations. According to her tweet, withdrawing from the French Open, said this isn't a situation I ever imagined or intended when I posted a few days ago. Osaka posted, recall that she posted a few days ago, she tweeted a few days ago, and this tweet is this: Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. I'm writing this to say I'm not going to do any press during Roland Garros. I've often felt that people have no regard for athletes' mental health, and this rings very true whenever I see a press conference or partake in one. We are often sat there and asked questions that we've been asked multiple times before, or asked questions that bring doubt into our minds, and I'm just not going to subject myself to people that doubt me. I've watched many clips of athletes breaking down after a loss in the press room, and I know you have as well. I believe that whole situation is kicking a person while they are down, and I don't understand the reasoning behind it. Me not doing press is nothing personal to the tournament, and a couple journalists have interviewed me since I was young, so I have a friendly relationship with most of them. However, if the organizations think that they can just keep saying do press or you're gonna be fine, and continue to ignore the mental health of athletes that are the centerpiece of their corporation, then I just gotta laugh. Anyways, I hope the considerable amount that I get fined for this will go towards a mental health charity. So that was her tweet, citing that she's not going to do any further press conference because of her mental health. And one of her reasons is the press. These pressmen and women, they get to ask questions over and over again. It's like they run short of questions. They don't know the type of question, or they lack questions that they will ask these athletes, these tennis players, and they keep asking silly questions. So instead of the French Open board or Roland Garros board to finally dismiss her from the tournament, she decided to withdraw herself. This is her tweet. Say, I think now the best thing for the tournament, the other players, and my well-being is that I withdraw so that everyone can get back to focusing on the tennis going on in Paris. I never wanted to be a distraction, and I accept my timing was not ideal and my message could have been clearer. More importantly, I would never trivialize mental health or use the term lightly. The truth is, I have suffered long bouts of depression since the US Open in 2018, and I have had a really hard time coping with that. Anyone that knows me knows I am introverted, and anyone that has seen me at tournaments will notice that I'm often wearing headphones, as that helps dull my social anxiety. Though the tennis press has always been kind to me, and I want to apologize to all the cool journalists who I may have hurt. I'm not a natural public speaker and get huge waves of anxiety before I speak to the world's media. I get really nervous and find it stressful to always try to engage and give you the best answers I can. So here in Paris, I was already feeling vulnerable and anxious, so I thought it was better to exercise self-care and skip the press conferences. I announced it preemptively because I do feel like the rules are quite outdated in past, and I wanted to highlight that. I wrote privately to the tournament apologizing and saying that I would be more than happy to speak with them after the tournament, as the slams are intense. I'm going to take some time away from the court now, but when the time is right, I really want to work with the tour to discuss ways we can make things better for the players, friends, and fans. Osaka, though, doesn't have the best record on clay, the surface at Roland Garros, and will, as a result of withdrawing, we lose top spots in the WTA rankings. Yes, we know that Naomi Osaka doesn't have good record on clay court, and with she withdrawing, to me, is a good decision for her. But I believe that her reason for withdrawing is so good. Like, she is considering her mental health, and the press men and women get to ask silly questions, and not just silly questions, they get to ask the same questions over and over again. So I think she has taken the best decision that is good for her. Yes, other tennis players, tennis athletes may not maybe be in her own shoe, may not have the same experiences that she's got, but questions that they get to ask these athletes are so, discouraging and disturbing and embarrassing. So to her to leave, she said that she's an introvert and she get to wear earphones all the time to be able to control herself and to comport herself. So subjecting her to press conferences where people will ask her, even questions that has to do with her private life, it's better that she leaves the press conferences. So that's her. And this thing is not just about Naomi Osaka. We've had cases, Serena Williams, withdrawing from the press conference. The last time, Serena Osaka defeated Serena Williams, and Serena Williams was at the press conference, and they were asking her if she was about to say farewell to tennis, and Serena Williams said, "I'm done." She broke down in tears. She walked out of the press conference. So why would you be asking a veteran, I mean, someone who has won so many titles in the tennis world, one of the greatest of all time in women tennis, and you're asking her if it is farewell? Now, since she put to bed, she has reached so many finals, Serena Williams, and she's not been able to win. And these press men and women keep asking her, is it because she put to bed? Is it because she put to bed, that's why she's not been able to win? Why not allow her to tell you about her private life? I don't know why these press men and women keep venturing into people's private life, making them to lose focus, making their life unbearable. And if you go to the court with the kind of questions that they will ask you, now you will be playing your game with so much fright and so much tension, because when you lose the game, you don't know the kind of question they are going to ask you. So Serena Williams walked out of the press conference because they were asking her if she was about to, if it was because she lost to Osaka on stress sets, and we were asking her if she's about to beat them farewell. And not just that, also Rafael Nadal was also asked question about he's married to Cisco Pereira, but according to reports, Rafael Nadal has been with Cisco Pereira for almost 15 years. And he lost to Alexander Zverev. So his defeat to Alexander Zverev prompted this question, and the interviewer was asking him, the pressman was asking him, and this is what he asked in the journalist question, whether Nadal's recent wedding to his girlfriend of 15 years had anything to do with his defeat in the finals. Nadal recorded Nadal and Cisco Pereira, they wedded in Mallorca on October 19. So the man was quoted to have said, "Tonight we are playing very short many times. I don't know why you are not used to that. I like to know, for many people to get married is a very important distracting thing. Before the marriage, during the marriage, after the marriage." Skanagata asked Rafael Nadal, and Nadal was furious about the question. He says, "Honestly, are you asking me this?" Nadal said to the reporter, clearly in disbelief, "Is this a serious question or a joke? Is this serious?" So the questions like this is what makes the whole world, if not the whole world, support Naomi Osaka of quitting the press conference. You are asking a man who has won so many Grand Slam titles, and just one game he lost in the final, you're asking him if his marriage to his girlfriend that he has been with for 15 years is what affected him in the final. Now, why don't you allow athletes to, stay with their private lives? You don't ask questions about their game. You don't ask questions about their performance. You are asking silly questions. And Naomi Osaka cited that they get to ask these questions over and over again, questions that they've asked before. They keep asking these athletes and making them to lose focus, confusing them, infusing strange things, and making them to lose focus on the tournament they came for. So I am supporting Naomi Osaka of withdrawing from the French Open Roland Garros, though we know that she's not good on clay court, but that doesn't matter. She is withdrawn, and the pressmen and women should learn how to interview athletes, how to ask questions, and not to ask questions over and over again. I know about Serena Williams, where since she gave birth to her daughter Olympia in 2017, every time she loses her match, they keep asking her about her daughter, about being a mom and all that. They've got no more questions. So the tennis world should look into the kind of questions that they're asking these athletes. These are guys who go out there in the court and they put all their best, they use all their strength and all their mind to make sure that they play to win. Nobody goes to the court to play to go there to play and lose. They all have hope of winning, and when things didn't turn their way, when things didn't turn to their favor, they have no option than to accept defeat. So why ask them questions as if they lost intentionally and everything was all their whole fault? So something has to be done. No, but before you crucify Osaka, you need to look at Serena Williams. The Serena Williams case where she withdrew from the press conference. They were asking her if she was saying goodbye because she lost to Naomi Osaka on stress sets. And then Rafael Nadal's question. They could ask that question about his marriage, whether the reason for his loss to Alexander Zverev in the final was because he just married to his wife, Cisco Pereira. And even Rafael Nadal was in disbelief. He couldn't believe it, and then he was asking the press man, "Really, you're asking me this? Is it a joke or not?" So something has to be done. Thank you, guys.